in tears when the verdict was read, but her daughter described her as a monster and asked the judge for the maximum sentence.
I know what I've done.
My daughter don't know she was like that. She never gave off no type of inkling that she was like a psycho murderer. Like, I don't buy that, bro. Cause now the daughter's saying like, yo, throw the book at her. Give her the maximum sentence. Oh my God. Don't cry now. Fuck out of here, man.
How would you have described Sandra Lane before all this?
She was always a thorn in my side, to be very honest. She was very difficult, very meddlesome.
Oh!
And I never liked her.
What it is, what it do, it's your boy J-Ski Reacts back with another banger. You already know the vibes. I appreciate y'all showing up for another video. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, by the title alone, you already know what time it is. Sketchy, scandalous vibes, man. 17-year-old who audio recorded being murdered by his own grandma, bro. Them dog hair in my mouth. This is just out of control, I ain't gonna lie, this is ridiculous. Before we get into this video, you already know the vibes. Road to 10K subscribers, we just hit 3K, man. Hit that like button, I appreciate every single like y'all hit me with. It not mean a lot to y'all, but it mean a whole lot to the channel. Get me up in the algorithm with the big boys. I'll be up there soon, see y'all soon, I'm dead serious, man. I appreciate all the donations to the channel. As you can see, they go to giving you guys better quality content. Also, if you're already a subscriber to the channel, make sure y'all hit that bell so you know every single time I drop another 5 video just like this one, all right? So listen, I ain't gonna talk your head up too much. You already know, you read the title, you already know the vibes. Let's get straight into this video. Day ones, yeah gang, ski gang. Let's get it, man.
Look at me, I'm on. 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 Can't stop, keep going.
Tell us what happens when they kick you, what strikes you.
I just shot the gun.
How many times did you shoot the gun?
I don't know.
What happens when you shoot the gun?
It was a struggle.
What kind of struggle?
So he didn't just go down.
He's running after me.
Oh!
I'm running away.
This 73-year-old grandma killed her own grandson in cold blood. The horrific murder was actually recorded in a harrowing 911 call where you can hear her repeatedly firing at her grandson as he pleaded with the 911 operator for help before finally dying. The grandma later claimed that she acted in self-defense, but
I gotta hear this audio.
Really the truth? Let's look into the case of Jonathan Hoffman, the 17-year-old who audio recorded being murdered by grandma. At 17 years old, Jonathan Hoffman was living in the affluent suburb of West Bloomfield outside of Detroit, Michigan. He was finishing up his final year at Farmington Central High School and had plans to attend Eastern Michigan University. Jonathan's family and friends would describe him as funny and a kind boy who was always cracking jokes and helping others. He was extremely bright and super into technology and could build you a computer from scratch. Jonathan was also known for always wearing white t-shirts and gray sweatpants, saying that he was and not what he wore. His future seemed bright and he had his whole life ahead of him, but then everything changed. The year 2011 was a tough one for the Hoffman family. Jonathan's parents, Michael and Jennifer Hoffman, were going through a divorce and had decided to move their family to Arizona. But while there, their younger daughter Jessie was diagnosed with non-malignant brain tumor, which required a month-long hospital stay, 3 surgeries, and many rehabilitation sessions. According to Jonathan's dad, Michael, Jessie's recovery was consuming most of their time, and Jonathan started feeling lonely and missing his friends back home. So, when his grandma, Sandra Lane, invited him to live with her,
this is where the devil come in. God damn, man. We gotta see, because I don't know. Her testimony seemed like she telling the truth because she like very like apologetic in her cry and shit. But I don't know. Y'all think those is crocodile tears? I don't know. We gonna see, man.
until he completed his senior year. His parents agreed. Sandra was a former school teacher who lived in a condo in West Bloomfield with her husband, Fred Lane. Jennifer was one of her 5 children from her previous marriage, and she described her as a doting grandmother to her children. So when Jonathan went to live with her, Jennifer and her husband were not worried because they knew that he would be safe and taken care of.
Sandra Lane was really trying to get me to send him back, and she said she would take good care of him, and she promised she would take good care of him and that he would be happy staying there with his friends and finishing out his last year of high school.
But what happened next?
Yo, y'all think she fucking asked him to come back just to kill him, bro? Like,
No one could have seen coming.
Where are you at? What city? Okay, how did you get your grandma?
yo, look at her face. Nah, look at her face, bro. She not even listening to the call. Like, it's just playing and it's like she's just doing other shit, bro. Oh, she crying.
Okay, we're gonna stay on the phone with me, okay, sir? I'm gonna get help on the way. Okay?
It's crazy, man.
On May 18th, 2012, at around 5:30 p.m., the police at West Bloomfield Township responded to this chilling 911 call from Jonathan, reporting that Sandra, who he had been living with for several months, had him. You can actually hear the anguish in his voice as he begs the dispatcher for help. But what you'll hear next is truly horrifying.
Are you there?
Oh my God. Don't cry now. Don't cry now.
Later testified that
Fuck
when they
outta
arrived
here,
at
man.
the scene, Sandra ran up to them with her hands up and screamed, "I murdered my grandson." She then led them into the house, where they found a gruesome scene with gore everywhere, and Jonathan lying unresponsive on the floor with multiple gunshot wounds. Next to him was a Glock 9mm semi-automatic handgun and 9 spent ammunition.
Oh, she tried to kill him, bro.
Jonathan was rushed to the hospital where he was
Pronounced
sadly
dead,
pronounced
bro.
dead at 6 p.m. An autopsy later revealed that he had suffered up to 9 gunshot wounds in his chest, abdomen, and left arm.
Wow.
Though there are some sources that say the bullet wounds were actually 5 or 6.
The grandmother on trial for murder right now. The chilling moments right after she shot her own grandson, all captured on a harrowing 911 call made by the teenager. She says she was afraid for her life.
On this frantic 911
Yo,
call,
y'all seeing this?
gunfire that would end up killing 17-year-old Jonathan Hoffman. Incredibly, he managed to call police as he was being shot.
Oh,
Even
bro.
more shocking, the woman he identified as the shooter, his own grandmother. As the tapes played in court, 74-year-old
Bro, can y'all imagine, bro?
Sandra Lane sobbed. Police say she shot her grandson 5 times, and when they arrived at the scene, Lane ran out of the front door with her hands up. The teen had been living with Lane and his grandfather for several months, attending an alternative school after previous brushes with the law.
The news about Jonathan's violent and tragic death shook the entire community, most especially the family, who could not understand why she did it.
Yeah, like, y'all don't, hold on. She had to have some type of, I'm like, I don't know what the situation was. I don't know if maybe she have some type of underlying issue or whatever, or she just been a psychotic, crazed bitch. Like, somebody had to know that she's capable of doing something like this, bro. Like, it don't make no sense, bro. Like,
Possibly have to murder
not adding
her
up.
own grandson in cold blood.
cold blood, bro.
Now, at some
That's
point
OD,
in
son.
2011, probably because of everything that was going on with his family, Jonathan had started experimenting with narcotics, especially synthetic marijuana called Spice or K2. This was a lot of
the plot thickens. That boy was on K2. He probably was acting like a fucking zombie. And she shot his ass. He trying to bite her and shit.
And between him and his grandma, to a point that she even called the police on him one time, saying that he was acting aggressively towards her. The officer who arrived at the scene said that Jonathan was yelling and...
The food ready. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stick on this video, bro. This shit is already crazy, man. If you ain't comment yet, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this video, man. I definitely don't want to just stop the video right here, so I'm gonna finish up like a few more minutes, but I really, really want to get to the end of this. So I'm gonna try not to talk too much. I'm just gonna listen, bro, because this story is out of control.
Respectful to his grandmother.
Shit crazy.
But when they tried to arrest him for disorderly conduct, Sandra reportedly stopped them.
She looked
saying
evil,
she
bro.
would take care of it. She would later tell her husband that she was afraid of her grandson and his friends. In another incident that happened in March 2012, Jonathan had reportedly taken some mushrooms for the first time and then freaked out and called the police on himself. When an officer arrived, Jonathan reportedly jumped into his arms and hugged him. He was taken to the hospital and treated for hallucinogen use before being charged with possession of narcotics and given a 93-day suspended sentence and 2 months probation. After he was killed, police found synthetic marijuana and other substances in his room, and tests done on his body came back positive for marijuana. Sandra told the jury she armed herself and then confronted her grandson in his upstairs bedroom loft. When asked why she felt the need to carry a gun, she said that she wanted him to listen to her and pay attention.
Nah.
Yes.
What kind of conversation?
It wasn't a conversation. It was arguing.
What is he saying to you?
Swearing. He's yelling.
Does he tell you you're taking the car?
Yes.
However, things apparently did not go as planned and the two started arguing. The argument got so heated to the point that Jonathan allegedly became violent and attacked Sandra.
Tell us what happens when he kicks you.
I don't know if I believe that.
The gun.
Nah, you brought the gun to his room to talk to him about using drugs, bro, weed. Like, you brought a gun with you to, bro.
How many times did you shoot the gun?
I don't know.
What happens when you shoot the gun?
It was a struggle.
What kind of struggle?
He's running after me.
And what are you doing?
I'm running away.
Now, according to Sandra, Jonathan, even after being shot multiple times, was able to chase her around the house.
That's cap, bro.
She finally hid in the basement. She was there for several minutes and then eventually went back to her grandson's room to check on him.
Bro, that's cap, nah.
Claimed that they struggled again, and then she pulled the trigger again.
After
Yelling.
You remember yelling, let go, let go, let go?
Yes.
Do you if you remember? Why you
I don't know. You just do. I don't know.
Were you still afraid?
Yes.
In an interesting development, Sandra's husband, Fred Lane, who was brought in to testify for the prosecution, told the jury that he had no idea that his wife even had a gun.
They said that Sandy had the gun.
And what was your reaction to that,
I was flabbergasted.
sir? Flabbergasted meaning what?
Thinking that Jonathan had the gun.
Yo, she was gonna use that on him. Nah.
So you were surprised that is that correct?
Yes.
He said that while Jonathan was troubled, his wife never wanted to send him back to his parents, even after he had asked her to do it.
She didn't tell me all the problems that she was having with John. Because if she did, I'd say send him back to his parents.
Fred went on to reveal something pretty interesting that happened about an hour before the tragic incident.
That's crazy.
Apparently, after coming home from Jonathan's narcotics test, Sandra told Fred to take the dog out for a walk and that she would tell him when to come home.
I was getting tired, and the dog was getting tired.
Okay, all right.
So we watched a basketball game.
At a park or something?
Sitting on the grass, and I heard the sirens, the fire department and the police, And I thought to myself, I hope it's not John.
Had Sandra planned the murder all along? The
Yo,
trial went on for about
that sound like she plotted this shit, bro. Go walk the dog. Don't come back until I tell you to come back. And you don't tell your husband you own a gun. He don't even know. He's not even tracking. You got a gun in the house. Bro, for all he know, that gun could have been for him, bro. Nigga ducked it, he dodged a bullet. Right?
2 weeks, which during the time, the jury heard the harrowing recording of Jonathan's desperate call to 911 as his grandmother mercilessly pumped bullets into him. The prosecution told jurors that Sandra never attempted to run out of the house, despite claiming that she was afraid of her grandson and never even called for an ambulance to help him. Sandra claimed that she pulled the trigger after he attacked her, but the nurse who examined her after her arrest said she had no injuries and that she spoke lovingly about Jonathan.
Bro. I be trying to tell y'all, bro, don't judge a book by its cover, bro. It be these old ass ladies that be having like real murderous intent, bro. Like, if you think about it, look at all of these kids in foster care, bro. These kids that where they mom like really was on some evil shit towards them, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Defense asked jurors to view the incident through the eyes of a 74-year-old woman who was taking care of a teen that was using narcotics and bringing strangers to her home. He argued that Sandra was afraid and felt she had no choice. However, the jury didn't buy this story of self-defense and found Sandra guilty of second-degree murder. Her husband broke down in tears when the verdict was read, but her daughter described her as a monster and asked the judge for the maximum sentence.
I know what I've done.
Yo, her daughter didn't know that. Her daughter don't know she was like that. She never gave off no type of inkling that she was like a psycho murderer. Like she never. I don't buy that, bro. Cause now the daughter's saying like, yo, throw the book at her. Throw the whole book at her, give her life, give her the maximum sentence. And they only hit her with second degree, bro. Bro, they should have hit her with first degree. She planned that, bro. She told her husband, go walk the dog, don't come back until I tell you to. That's premeditated, bro. That's cold-blooded murder, bro.
Sandra Lane pleading to the judge, the 75-year-old West Bloomfield woman who claimed it was self-defense when she shot her teenage grandson 6 times, had hoped for a sentence of 3 years in prison for second-degree murder. But Jonathan's mother, Sandra Lane's own daughter, made it clear she wanted the judge to lock her up for the max.
Straight
Sandra
life.
Lane is pure evil, and if given the opportunity, would surely kill again. She has no remorse or conscience. Her only concerns are for herself.
I don't know what else to say. I just don't know. I didn't want to die in jail or prison.
Yo, that's nah. This is ultimate level Karen shit, bro. Like this is like the top boss Karen, like the one like after you beat all the supermarket Karens and the Target Karens and the Walmart Karens. The neighborhood Karens, they like the one right under her. The one that asks you if you live in the neighborhood. She's like the boss, the leader. I've never seen a leader Karen lose. Like the almighty God level Karen, I've never seen them lose, bro. 22 years, that's it for premeditated murder of a youth? She gonna die in jail anyway.
When it was time to hand down the sentence, Judge Denise Langford Morris stated what clearly troubled the jury. Why didn't Sandra Lane call police, and why did she shoot 17-year-old Jonathan so many times?
Yep.
I wonder if you really felt so violated and so afraid and a need to shoot. Why did you keep shooting?
Sandra was sentenced to a minimum of 20 years in prison for killing her grandson, plus an additional 2 years for using a gun. As the judge was handing down the sentence, Jonathan's mother could be seen approving the decision and later told reporters that she was happy that her mother would spend the rest of her life in prison for killing her son.
Yo.
I'm just glad that she's put away and she can't do harm to anybody else.
How would you describe Sandra Lane before all this?
She was always a thorn in my side, to be very honest. She was very difficult, very meddlesome.
Oh!
And I never liked her.
Oh, I don't know why, but this is giving me like the grandma was on some like black hoodie shit in the backyard with the flames and the symbols on the ground. This shit giving me like Devil Family. Like, what's that movie called, bro? Where like the family, like, you gotta give up your firstborn son and all type of shit. Anyway, bro, let me know in the comments what you thought about this video, man. I ain't even gonna lie. This one, I still have chills, bro. Like, I have chills right now. Like, shit crazy, bro. Just thinking about how you could do stuff like this to your loved ones, like a kid. Somebody that kind of looks up to you. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video. Thank you for hitting the like button. Hit that bell so you know every single time I drop another video just like this one. See you on the next one. Ski gang, yeah gang. See you on the next one. I'm out of here, man.
Look at me, I'm on. 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 Can't stop, keep going. Can't stop, keep going. Can't stop, keep going. Can't stop, keep going. Look at me, I'm on. Look at me, I'm on. Look at me, I'm on.